It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight's broadcast will feature the Stars as they go up against Denver. Looking at Denver, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast for a second straight year. It's an honor to have you here courtside.
I'm just excited that I got brought back. I felt like I was on Brook Lopez on the one-year contract last year, and then now you've invited me back.
But you've
another one-year contract.
You've reinvented yourself, though.
Yeah,
you can hit outside comments.
I tried to expand my range, but so we'll see. We'll take it year by year.
We can't wait to hear it. Now, let's take a look at Nashville's opening lineup. They've got Cooper, and it's McGee, and at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, Buford is out there with Price. Then it's Weber, then it's Higgins, and it's Burks in at the 2-guard spot. It'll be the Stars off the tip. Here's Cooper. Here's Baku. He gets it in there. Here's Higgins. Pass to Buford. That shot off, and it's the Stars the other way. Pass to Jeffers for the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Higgins. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Had about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. We've seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. It's so much money, and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario of it, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team, and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of $180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's $120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. Yeah. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like $32 million or something. Make it so that it's not prohibitive.
A percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
Here's Higgins. Nashville getting their last shot to go. There's the pass to Burks. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively, put the defense back on his heels.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
still
turning
young
25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I pick.
Now, here's Burks. Last game he had 12. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Higgins. His three-pointers off the mark. McGee against Weber. McGee inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Burks. Dishes to Buford. Bill, was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really.
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did
together.
it in high school, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I can get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29.
Yeah. And so it's Nashville with it. Denver able to drain the three. Burks against Cooper. Burks, the pass to Buford. That's tipped. Here's Higgins. He has 5. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
So Nashville calls timeout, their first.
Here's a look at some stats for Burks, how he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And so it looks like it'll still be the Stars ball. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Pass to Boyd. Pass to Whitman. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the Ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like, the next thing to do is just to, can you help other people get to where they should go?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read. That's what I wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. The Stars trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Strickland passes to Boyd. Shot to stop the run. Count that bucket. You've been producing documentaries going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part of it.
The score now all even. He has 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Burks. The dish to Gaines. Slaughter passes to Cameron. Shot clock at 6. Denver the rebound. Gaines. And he uses the glass on the layup.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
The Stars have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Whitney with it. No points in the game yet for him. From deep. Denver grabs the miss.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Denver on top, up by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Denver. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
So
the
they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
This is how the floor looks for the Stars starting the second. We've got Pierce, and it's Strickland in at the 4 slot.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Denver shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
Free throw good. Burks. Here's Cooper.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Whitney. Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They got to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they close for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talk about my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the 60s, 70s, 80s. Oh. I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
Timeout called, Nashville.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And stolen by Price. Pass to Higgins. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A chance now to check out Nashville's upcoming schedule. On Friday, then on Thursday. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us, and now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where are people going in free agency, and then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer leagues happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Yeah, right. Weber against Whitney. Out to the right wing. Nashville passing it around. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Poked away, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes in basketball so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals. And, you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed. My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me. And it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff.
with me.
Right.
With them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Whitney with it. Guarded by Weber. A nice shot by Whitney. Garlobe, guarded by McGee. Here's Higgins. He's got 10. It's tipped. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Denver making a switch here. Haynes is checked in. Off the inbound. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Cooper. Now here is McGee. Here's Baku, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Knocks it loose, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Nashville on D. 8-point game. The feed now to Gaines. Garlobe. So both teams making some changes here. The Stars trail by 8. Here's Cooper. There's the steal. Uncovered. And they pick up 2. The pass to Cooper. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Boyd. Nashville needs to get off a shot. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from McGee. So it's Denver now. Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And, Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun, having those debates. And sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Lloyd's checked in, and it's Burks in for Higgins. Pierce finds McGee. 1:05 left to play here in the half. Here's Jeffries. Rebound by Gaines.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And that one's good, boy.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
41 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Boyd, and it's blocked.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here is Jeffries. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it goes down 2 points.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
Gaines, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And that concludes the first half. Denver leads by 11. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Looking at Denver. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And, Kenny, what did you see from the Stars?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal.
Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his sixth foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way. I knew you would say that.
I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Rubber is out there with Buford. Then it's Higgins. Then there's Price, and it's Burks in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Higgins. Kicks it to Buford. 6 to shoot. Burks for 3. Another to Denver. Here is Jeffries. Pass to Cooper. Count it from 12. Cooper's got 6 points.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Brown. McGee in the corner. Here's Baku. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Nashville, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Second free throw, no good. Denver leading by 12. Here's Higgins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Stars trail by 13. Feeds to McGee. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McGee's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Nashville shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. and he can't hit the second. Denver leading by 10. Got a piece of it. Price, the pass to Burks. Higgins, that's good. Higgins has got 13 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
And so it's Nashville with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. Jacks up a three. Weber pulls it in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
McGee on the double team. Lets it go with the three. Buford, no luck. The Stars trail by 14. The shot's good from McGee. He's got 10.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
Burks looking around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And the first one drops. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
The Stars trail by 13. And here is Whitney. He doesn't hit that one.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Whitney. Denver getting their last shot to go. Globe. That's tipped. Here's Cooper. 6 points for him. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. Here's Whitney. A three-pointer is right on target. 7 points in the game.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Higgins. He's got 15. The shot will not fall.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Whitney misses.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 14. Globe tries again. And that one's good. Lloyd's got 4 points this quarter.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Now a timeout called by the Stars. Here's Boyd. He's off on that one. And Denver the other way now.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Burks the pass to Cameron. And Pierce pulls it down. The Stars trail by 14. Down low. The pass to Boyd. Here's Strickland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's blocked. 1:33 left in the third. He gets that one. And Denver leads by 16.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here is Jeffries. Pass to Strickland. And here is Whitney. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 9.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Pierce over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
Denver with the ball. Plays it in without an inch of room around him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Whitney with it. He's got 9. Nashville shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Weber, he's checked in for Denver. Both good from the line that time.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Passes to Slaughter. Now here's Burks. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. Boyd the pass to Strickland. And it's blocked. Burks dishes to Weber. Lets it go from the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And Denver leads by 16. And so it's Denver in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Nashville, we've got Pierce, and it's McGee in at the 2-guard. A nice shot by Whitney.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
McGee against Weber. Pass to Burks. Puts it up. Misses the jumper.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Dishes it to McGee. The pass to Pierce. Here's Boyd. And again, it's Nashville from deep. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now Burks to the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And once he gets clear up the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now here is McGee, and again it's Nashville converting.
He's the fuego right now. When he gets like this, he's hard to stop.
Now here's Burks. Defense is right there. Inside, Moore. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Time called here. The Stars decide to talk it over. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high-motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game? And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told them you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
To the left wing, clock at 6. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like it'll still be the Stars' ball. Puts it up off the inbound, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
Here's Higgins. He's guarded by Cooper. McGee on the double team. And it's Buford. That time on the assist by Burks. And Denver leads by 13.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Weber. Fast break. Here they come. Up the floor. Higgins. That's good.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Whitney against Weber. A nice shot by Whitney.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
To the middle. Higgins. That's good. Higgins has got 9 points here in the second half.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Cooper. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Denver leading by 13. Denver calls timeout.
Start it.
And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Clare of the game.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Here is Jeffries. Denver able to drain the three. Lays it up off the glass.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Here's Higgins. Pass to Burks. To the inside. Here's Buford. Right through the D for the layup. And Denver leads by 16.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Knocked away. Here's Cooper. Again, the Stars score.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
Denver leading by 14. Price outside. Here's Higgins. He's guarded by Cooper. Higgins passes to Burks. Price up top. Shot clock at 6. Here's Higgins. The rebound by Cooper. The Stars trail by 14. Jeffries the pass to Cooper. No good from outside. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Passes it to Burks. The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
Cooper with the bucket.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Denver.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. Here's Kane, pass to Cooper. Shoots over Burks, and it's Cooper missing. So it's Denver now. At one point, they led by 16. Now, here's Burks. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.